Tennessee flat better.
What's going on? Tennessee here. I'm here with my student Jason, who just trifected today. How was the feeling?
Pretty good. What's up, YouTube? Yeah, pretty good. It was a little nerve-wracking, but I made it through it, so I feel pretty good.
Okay, so tell me about your experience. You brought your old lady with you too. What was it like for both of you coming in and getting into the hotel? And did you guys share a room, or did they put you in separate rooms?
They let us, yeah, we definitely shared a room. They rolled out the red carpet when we first got here, man. We went over to the Millennium. They actually called us up for the safety meeting. They gave us free merch, so that was a pretty neat feeling. Shot us right through the orientation process. Everything went relatively smooth. It wasn't a lot of work. It was just a little bit of paperwork, getting familiar with what PSD was going to be like, TNT, just going through the paperwork, and then up to the PSD. So
okay, so she actually got a trainer before you did, didn't she?
She did, yeah. She got her trainer on Friday, and they went over the road on Monday, and they've been out for right around 2 weeks. So she's getting a lot of drive time.
Okay, so so how was your experience with me as your trainer? What your impressions when you first came in to start doing the backing, on being out on the road with me, to the final day today, this morning before you tested? Give me some explanation on how you felt.
Well, I was a little nervous and probably a little overconfident because I had backed before, but that was probably the one I was most apprehensive about, was the backing. And but I'd always, I grew up backing trailers, backing boats and the docks, so I had a little bit of, I had the mechanics down of knowing how to back, but it was nothing like backing a 53-foot trailer. So yeah, it was trying to get adjusted to the convex mirrors and everything else was a little nerve-wracking. But no, the main thing is I got the material, and I got the techniques and the little tricks that you showed me that really kind of helped guide me to what to look for and what to look out for, and how to correct it if I get into a spot. So that was what really saved me on my test day. That helped me trifecta for sure.
So this morning, were you nervous before you went in the test?
Oh yeah, super nervous. But
you didn't show it at all.
Yeah, I was a little nervous. I was trying to calm my nerves a little bit, and I probably had too much coffee. I should have just went with 1 cup, but I filled my Yeti up, so probably a little bit too much coffee. So YouTube, so be careful if you're planning on coming to PSD and you train out. Don't drink too much coffee.
So good thing you trifected.
Yeah.
Scores don't matter. You got that 3 tests. You got your CDL. You're about to go home. You're waiting for TNT now, right?
Yes, sir.
So you haven't heard from a TNT trainer yet. You will hear from somebody today on that. So give me a little insight on how your old lady's going through what she's going through out there. Is she learning a lot?
She's learning a whole lot. She's getting a lot of drive time. She's getting her backing when she can, and most of the truck stops. She's gone over her pre-trip quite a bit. She's having a harder time picking it up, which I anticipated that. I knew she was going to be a little later than me, and obviously I'm nervous. I'm kind of scared. She's, driving all over the country. Her first time driving a 74-foot truck is kind of nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, she's getting them hours down though.
She's getting the hours, she's getting the experience, and she's learning a lot more. She's learned a lot more than I've learned in PSD. We went over the road, a quick turnaround last Friday, and then a couple times out over the road, but nothing like my wife's getting. So
right.
She's getting some good experience, and it's probably, she probably needs it, so get her a little bit more comfortable.
Oh yeah. So how did you feel about your pre-trip? I know I didn't ask that right out the gate. So, because everybody knows when you're testing, the first thing you do is pre-trip. So, how did you feel about your pre-trip?
The day of the test, or just learning
it, and then up to testing.
It was I think 12 pages of a lot of information the first day I got here. So I was a little overwhelmed at first. And all the iPhone users, make sure you download that Prime Prezi app. They'll give it to you when you first come over to the plaza. And Miss D will get up with you and give you that Prime Prezi app. And you just log into that, go to the classic view, and it'll walk you through every part, all the verbiage, what you need to say, because you got to have the wording down. That's what they really want to know is you're aware and you're familiar with what the parts are you're pointing out and what the function is. So that's the main thing to remember about pre-trip. But I just compartmentalized everything. I started working with the engine compartment because that was a little overwhelming. And but you know, after about a couple hours with that, my first day, and you know, Tennessee, he let me come up here during the evening, and the truck was available, so I could come up here during the evening while my wife was training on the pad. And I would just go around the truck and read. He gave me a neat little
my
checklist, his pre-trip, and that really kind of shrunk everything down for me, which really helped. You know, the Prime Prezi viewer gave me a view of what the actual part was, and then the study guide that Tennessee gave me really helped me with the verbiage and getting familiar with what DOT wants to see. So
okay, so
didn't take long to get it to where I was confident with.
Yeah.
You know?
So when you get done with TNT, what is your goal? Are you going to go company for a while? Or are you going to try to lease a truck? What do you feel like you're going to be thinking you're going to do?
Well, we had agreed when we come to TNT, we wanted to do company for a little while just to see how it was. You know, maybe we'll see how TNT goes. You know, it's 50,000 miles. We're going to have a lot of road time to see if we want to do a lease or at least purchase if they're offering it.
Right.
That's our end goal, is to purchase a truck and drive.
Okay.
Whether that be with Prime, hopefully it is, because like I said, I didn't expect, you know, the red carpet rollout when I got here, but everybody's been super neat. So super nice.
What brought you to Prime?
Just a lot of research.
Research.
My buddy, he lives up in Rolla, Missouri, and him and his wife have been team driving for she's been teaming with him for about 4 years now, and he's been driving for 10 years. And you know, the money in it, and you know, just the freedom you have with a little bit of trucking, because I'm coming from, you know, 18-year background in machining, and I just wanted to try something new before I get too old. And so yeah, that's what kind of brought us in, and you know, the dream of wanting to own our own business, and you know,
okay,
and have a good company to work for.
So you and your wife coming here together, was that a mutual agreement? Was she more behind it, or were you more behind it, or?
She was excited about it. I think she was pretty excited about the possibilities. Like I said, she's really good friends with my friend's wife, and I think she did more of the talking to her than I did. But she was excited about it. I was excited about it. You know, just learning a new trade.
Right.
Before the window closes. It's always good to have another notch on my belt.
Okay.
For something I can do to earn some money.
So, is there anything else you can give the future people coming to Prime? Word of advice or helpful hints or something that you can give them?
Just do your research. You know, figure out what's suited best for you. You know, like I said, you know, it was a really easy process with Prime. You know, I got linked up with my recruiter. She got us all set up with the DOT physical, and we got us down here and set us right up. It was a real simple process, but I would just, you know, hammer on studying, taking the initiative, and you know, really getting that pre-trip down, and listen to your instructor. They know what they're doing. They're going to show you how to get your CDL to where you can earn some money.
Okay.
That's what I was most nervous about. I didn't know if I was going to be able to even get a CDL, or if I could drive a big truck like this. I think everybody, yeah, I mean, if we're honest, you know, it's you know, you always have that second, that, you know, you're always having that doubt.
Yeah, this big thing is pretty intimidating.
It's intimidating, yeah. So, but yeah, just don't be intimidated. Take it day by day. Get here, keep a good attitude, and listen to your instructor. You know, and yeah, everybody's been real nice here. So
okay, well, I appreciate having you on my truck, man. You were one of them decent students that listened to what I was telling you, and you followed through pretty quick.
Yeah.
So other than that being said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and share this video out so everybody can see how well of experience he had. And then other than that, we'll see you on the next one.
Trifecta, guys.
Later.
Use my referral code DODSTH on your application.